everywhere. So I don't know. Yeah, and I kept dropping to edge, and even when I said I had full bars, I couldn't get a data connection to save my life.
Yeah.
I could sometimes make a phone call, but you had to hit it over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Now, I think AT&T is working on this, but you can't just point your finger and blame AT&T. AT&T's been trying to fix this problem, but they have to put up more antennas in order to fix this, and everyone has this not my backyard mentality, and they won't allow AT&T to put up the antennas necessary to fix the problem.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly
what's AT&T to do?
Wow. That's the whole point. We're fighting that thing right now with some broadband initiatives here in Western Mass. Everybody wants broadband, but people want to put up WiMAX because it's fast, it's cost effective, but nobody wants the stupid antennas in the backyard. They want everybody to bring fiber to their home. But the people don't understand. You can deliver a triple play solution over WiMAX. But anyways, that's
kinda you can on paper. In practice, WiMAX isn't quite what Intel makes it out to be. At least not on the a lot of the numbers you get with
it depends on who equipment you're using, because I was running an WiMAX based ISP in New Zealand, because that's where I've been living for the last 4 years. I just recently relocated back to the United States, and I was running WiMAX, and I was doing video, I was doing VoIP all over WiMAX, but I was using equipment where it was truly switched, the wireless signal. And if you're not using really good WiMAX equipment where it switches a channel and you're not held hostage by the slowest person on the network, you're kind of screwed.
You're also limited by how far away from the tower you are and your environment as well.
Absolutely.
So, there is a difference between WiMAX and fiber to the home. You're going to get more with the beam of light than you are with the wireless signal.
Obviously. I mean, but I can do a 16 meg signal, and that I can do a lot of stuff with that. But you're right. But it doesn't beat a 100 meg signal on a GPON.
Well, yeah, but heck, even with fiber, that's just where they're at today. They can push that fiber stuff to gigabit speeds.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the roadmap that I know of for wireless that can go that fast. So there are certain advantages to the fiber to the home, but I don't understand why it needs to be one or the other. Why can't we have WiMAX for the mobile devices and for the road warriors, but then still have fiber to the home for everyone in their home networks? Let's build out the network in both situations.
Nobody wants the WiMAX towers in the backyard.
Well, yeah, or LTE. I think LTE will be the next big standard. I think WiMAX will fall to the wayside within the next 10 years. But
the throughput on WiMAX is so much better than LTE. The only problem, and the thing is, because I was working at Alcatel when they decided to completely drop WiMAX and go completely LTE, and I about threw my cookies that day. Because I do think WiMAX is a superior standard. You can get better throughput, and it's got much better error correction with the MIMO. Of course, I bet you there's absolutely nobody knows what we're talking about now, Ben.
Yeah, I don't know what your level of tech is, but you're not being adopted by. It's not being adopted by the carriers. It's Sprint and Clearwire got it, and then everyone else is going LTE, at least in the U.S.
Well, who owns the majority of the market share on building wireless or cellular networks in the world?
I thought it was T-Mobile, which is who owns T-Mobile.
No. Who do they contract out to? Who are their vendors?
Oh, that I don't know.
Alcatel-Lucent.
Okay.
Alcatel-Lucent actually controls over 50% of the world's underwater sea fiber. They've installed it. They manage it. They may not own it, but essentially they have control over it.
But how is that relevant to what the next world standard is going to be?
Because from that, they actually are in most of the mobile carrier markets delivering the equipment that goes into them. So it goes Alcatel-Lucent, then it goes Ericsson, then it goes Nokia.
Yeah, but let's look at the market here locally. Sprint has said, well, we made dumps WiMAX in favor of LTE. Verizon has said we're going LTE. AT&T said we're going LTE. And T-Mobile said we're going LTE. So that's just here in the U.S.
No,
so they got one WiMAX provider through Clearwire who may dump WiMAX, and Clearwire might be moving to LTE, which puts all four major carriers on one single solution. Same thing with Rogers. And the other one I can't remember up there. So I just
one. Yeah, that one.
It's their Bell. It's their Bell. I don't remember who it is. So better technology rarely wins. It's whatever becomes the standard.
Yeah, I know. I think WiMAX still had way to go, but they've.
We'll see, right? I mean, who knows? Who knows? We'll find out.
I look at it this way: LTE is for the cellular carriers, WiMAX is for the ISPs.
Maybe. I don't foresee ISPs getting into the wireless stuff too much. They kind of dip their toe into it with Wi-Fi. The worst idea ever, which was citywide Wi-Fi, and I looked at that and I'm like, that's not what Wi-Fi is for. It won't work. And lo and behold, it didn't work. And, most of them got out of it, right? Earthlink left. Google doesn't do it anymore. Minneapolis, we've got a giant Wi-Fi network here, and I don't know of hardly anyone that uses it. So I just don't foresee ISPs getting into that market.
In Wellington, New Zealand, there's actually a wireless network called CityLink, and they're actually planning on meshing it together and providing VoIP services over it, so you can actually roam with your Wi-Fi cell phone.
Interesting.
Ergo has an interesting question about Google's 100 megabit project. More specifically, to tack onto that, look at how much dark fiber Google has that they just own, that they just snatched up from, in the .com bust, that they just bought from everyone, that they're doing nothing with right now. What's the dark evil plan that they have for that? Because I want in on that.
They're doing the fiber to the home projects in select areas, and actually Cisco's also doing one here locally in Western Mass in a small city called Holyoke. They're going to be doing a smart neighborhood trial, and actually they're also putting in a really huge data center down on the waterfront in Holyoke.
But this is beyond fiber to the home because this is backbone grade fiber that they have. They're not going to now. As much as I'd love a DS3 coming into my home, I doubt that Google's going to do that. Now, Google, if you're listening, I would love a DS3 coming into my home for free. I will gladly have Google ads on the side of every page that I ever load if you will give me a DS3 into my home.
Absolutely. I'd take that.
But, I mean, what's their big plan with that? If they can control the... if they're worried about ISPs doing packet shaping and sculpting and stuff like that, maybe they're going to build their own Internet 3, as it were, and just get around them that way. I don't know. I'm getting off tangent, but
no, that's great. No, don't take it wrong. I mean, the conversations digress, and that's the way it is on this show because I have ADD.
Shiny.
What's that?
Now, moving on to the next subject, I hate to just truncate something like that because that's a great discussion. We could probably talk about it for more hours. But the show isn't just about tech. We're also about entertainment here. And there's Techertainment. Yes. Another 2 cents. You got. Anyways. Now, tonight, which I want to make sure the show's over in time for, is the return of V on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm still kind of trying to make up my mind about the show. It's interesting.
It's awesome because the lead V chick.
Yes.
I don't know her name. I don't know people's names. The lead V chick was also on Firefly. And that's what makes it awesome, because Firefly is some of the best sci-fi ever.
Yeah,
that's where I recognized you from.
I was totally a bad guy.
I didn't.
Besides the V chick.
Yeah, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, she was the how do I say it?
She was the mate.
Promiscuous one?
That she was the.
Well, not just that. She was the hooker.
yeah, that's what she was.
She had long hair then.
Yeah. She had long hair then.
She was cuter in Firefly, actually, than she is in V. I don't like her with the short
Firefly
hair.
was also, 15 years ago?
It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
No. Firefly was, look that up.
I'm looking it up. Up over here.
Yeah, why
IMDb. But I think the show's actually cool. Of course, Ergo saying, forget V, watch Lost.
Heck yeah, Lost! But Elizabeth Mitchell, she's on V now, so I have to split my time. Thankfully, they're not on at the same time because they're on the same network.
You got Lost at 9 o'clock, and you've got V at 10. And they did that on purpose, I guarantee you.
I understand.
But I bet you once Lost is over, they'll drop it to the 9 o'clock time slot.
Booyah.
2002.
8 years, not 15. That's half of what you
And
said.
the movie came out in 2005.
Yes, it did.
So, but...
I win. Winner. I don't know what I get. You know what I get for winning? I get to sleep on the couch.
Yes, you do. Good job with that.
With a cat.
Oh, yeah.
Often more than one.
All right. But I think it's a good show. I think they've done a good so far. It'll be interesting to see what they do because kind of the hype and the excitement about